Hi everybody, my name is Walter and I'm here with Hamskea Archery Solutions to show you how to install our new Everest Arrow Rest. You'll be needing an Allen wrench set of different sizes. You'll need a lighter, potentially some serving thread, a razor blade, an arrow, waypoint arrow level, as well as our Gen 2 Pro arrow level as well. For this bow right here, I'll need the universal bracket. Included are a couple different bolts right here, as well as this core adapter bracket right here. I'll line up the two extruded pegs on the back of this with the mating holes on the bracket itself. And once I have those lined up, I'll take an Allen wrench and I'll install my two bolts to attach my core mount to my bracket. And once those are snugged down, I'll go ahead and attach my bracket to the bow itself here using this flathead cap screw and this washer right here. You can mount it either flush to the bow, or you've got the choice to torque tune and put it exactly where you'd like. So I'll get it down pretty snug. I'll come in with another Allen wrench, tighten the set screw here just to give a little bit of resistance to rotation. Once that's done, I'll take my arrow rest itself. I'll go ahead and loosen my elevation lock bolts here on the side of the arrow rest, and I will go ahead and slide it on the dovetail on the back of the bow. So I've got those elevation screws loosened up. I'll go ahead and mount it on the core mount. I'll go ahead and flip my bow around here and I'll throw my arrow on. I'll go ahead and throw it in the arrow rest and nock it. From there, I'll take my waypoint arrow level, I'll attach it to my arrow, and I'll set it to 13/16. Go ahead and attach it to my arrow, bring it in. Then from there, I'll use my Gen 2 Pro to level the bow itself. So I'll go ahead and use the string groove on there, and I'll go ahead and actually attach it to my serving thread. From there, I'll level my bow in the bow vise. And it's important to level your bow based off of your string and not the riser itself. Once it's level, I'll make sure that my waypoint's level. And then I'll go ahead and use my stubby Allen wrench, undo the windage lock, and I'll move my arrow rest just until my waypoint hits the riser shelf. And remember, I have it set at 13/16. So once I'm touching, I'll go ahead and lock it down, lock my windage lock screw down. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and check my elevation, make sure it's about where I want it. Now to set my elevation, I'll go ahead and unlock the elevation lock screws on the outside of the rest, and once that's loose, I'm going to position it so that the arrow goes just through the top half of the burger holes. Once that arrow's sitting where I want it on the rest, I'll go ahead and adjust my D-loop to be where I want it so that everything's square. So I'll go ahead and lock down these vertical adjustment bolts, and my waypoint arrow level is saying my arrow's fairly level, and so from there, go ahead and pull my arrow out with my waypoint out. All I have to do now is attach my cord to my limb, and so I'll go ahead and flip the bow around, pull this rubber band off. So here I've got kind of a three-piece assembly where I've got my football clamp, and then I've got a rebound dampener, and I'll actually take my knobby limb pad and I'll stick that on the bottom of the limb. For most bows, going an inch or two from the tip of your limb should get you in a pretty good spot to reach the appropriate amount of guidance with our arrow rest. So I'll go ahead and burn a little bit of a bubble, that way the cord doesn't pull itself through the knot. And from there, I'll go ahead and route my cord so that it goes on the outside of the limb. I'll go ahead and tie a quick knot just to secure it to the bow limb. Once that knot's secure, I'll go ahead and pull it tight. Here I'm gonna go ahead and move this rebound dampener so that it's not in the middle of the string. You want that rebound dampener to be as close to your limb as possible. Go ahead and push some cord through it, move it all the way to the bottom here. Pull my cord back through. And then here with the rebound dampener pretty close to that limb tip, I'm gonna go ahead and take an Allen wrench, wrap my cord around it a few times. I really wanna pull tight on this rebound dampener. And we really wanna seat that cord deep inside of there. And so I'll pull on it pretty hard, make sure it's properly seated. And then I'll go ahead and route it back through my lever arm up here. Go ahead and loosen up my football clamp just a little bit, slide it down. The same deal with this football clamp. We want to keep it pretty close up to that launcher arm. Go ahead and loosen up my football clamp just enough to get that cord back in the one side. And I'll sort of snug it down, pull it tight, pull from both ends just to get the maximum amount of tension I can. Here's I'm pulling on both ends, really making sure this rebound dampener gets seated. Once I'm pretty tight, I'll go ahead and hold the cord and go ahead and tighten my football clamp. Your arrow rest should be in the down position with no wobble. So I'll go ahead and make sure this thing's tight and then cut off a little bit of this, and then I'll tie it on there just to make it look nice and clean. Go ahead and burn a knot on this side as well. If you're working on your bow and tuning your bow, you're able to loosen this football clamp and flip your launcher up. So once I have that bubble burned in, I'm actually gonna go ahead and tie a knot as well, just an overhand knot. And then from there, I'm just gonna do a quick little adjustable serving knot. Go ahead and cut myself off a chunk of serving thread here. Just do a couple quick loops, and then I'll go ahead and burn that down. And that is the installation of the Everest Arrow Rest on this bow right here. Don't forget to follow us on social media and check out our website for more information.